What if the universe whispered its most profound secrets, but only to a select few, the chosen ones? And what if I told you that revealing these truths prematurely could shatter your destiny, while guarding them could unlock unimaginable power? Intrigued? You should be. Have you ever sensed an almost tangible force dwelling within silence? A forgotten superpower, dismissed by the clamor of the world, yet holding the very key to mastering your fate and influencing those around you without uttering a single word. Imagine possessing the knowledge of 5 critical blind spots, areas of life that the truly successful, divinely guided individuals never expose. Are you ready to pull back the curtain on these life-altering revelations and fundamentally revolutionize your own journey? Welcome, seekers of wisdom, to our channel, the very space where ancient mysteries are unraveled and timeless truths are reawakened for the modern age. Today, we embark on an extraordinary exploration into a concept that is both profoundly simple and incredibly potent: the strategic, world-shaping power of silence. In this relentless cacophony we call modern life, silence isn't merely golden. It's an impenetrable shield, a cloak of invisibility that renders you enigmatic, unpredictable, and therefore infinitely less vulnerable. It's the sacred vault where you safeguard your heart's deepest aspirations, your mind's most brilliant strategies, and your soul's most precious plans from the prying eyes and often unintentional yet damaging energies of others. Believe this. Sometimes, the most thunderous statement you can make is to say absolutely nothing at all. In this profoundly revealing video, I'm going to entrust you with 5 crucial and life-altering secrets that those favored by the divine, the chosen ones, must zealously guard, discussing them only in the hallowed sanctuary between themselves and the Almighty. Stay with me every single second, right to the very end, to absorb this complete arsenal of wisdom. Trust me on this. You cannot afford to miss a single revelation. 1. Your future plans and grandest dreams. The sacred blueprints that demand absolute secrecy. The very first, and arguably the most pivotal secret to enshrine in silence is your future plans and grandest dreams. Why this unwavering discretion? Because the adversaries of your progress, be they external critics, internal doubts, or unseen negative forces, possess only a limited, fractured view of your potential future. They thrive and operate most effectively on the scraps of information you inadvertently leak, on assumptions pieced together from your casual conversations. The more details you carelessly spill, the more ammunition you hand over to those entities, conscious or unconscious, that would seek to sabotage the magnificent intentions the universe holds for you. Proverbs 29:11 delivers a timeless warning. A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back. Imbibe the profound wisdom of maintaining a dignified silence about the divine visions God has illuminated regarding your destiny. Resist the urge, the ego-driven impulse, to prematurely announce revelations that are still in their nascent stages, not yet fully formed or firmly established in the material realm. The luminous example of Mary, the mother of Jesus, beautifully illustrates this principle. She was entrusted with a miraculous, world-changing promise, yet she silently, patiently incubated this divine information until the divinely appointed moment. True visionaries understand that dreams are akin to delicate newborns, requiring meticulous nurturing, unwavering protection, and a shielded environment during their fragile, formative stages. Premature exposure can unleash a torrent of misunderstanding, corrosive skepticism, and untimely adversity that can cripple even the most promising ventures. Instead of desperately seeking a fleeting, empty validation from the often fickle public, consecrate your visions in the quiet sanctity of prayer and focused intention. While the divine may, on rare occasions, guide you to share specific facets with a tiny, trusted circle of confidants for mutual agreement, prayerful support, and strategic alignment, you must fiercely resist the anxious temptation to broadcast unfinished dreams that still require careful, patient cultivation in the secret garden of your soul until God's perfect timing orchestrates their unveiling. Guard your divine insights as precious jewels. Learn to manage these revelations with mature wisdom, seasoned discernment, and a calm spirit, rather than youthful impulsiveness or a need for external approval. This disciplined approach will far better protect the sacred development of your future by denying any enemy continuous, real-time updates on what the divine has revealed to you. There is an almost magical power and profound protection inherent in strategic silence. As you navigate the labyrinth of life, etch this into your consciousness. Not all visions are meant for immediate, widespread dissemination. Some are bestowed for a period of intense preparation, personal refinement, and spiritual growth, destined to be revealed only when they have reached full maturity, when they are robust enough to withstand external pressures and scrutiny. This strategic patience not only preserves the inviolable sanctity of your divine purpose, but also exponentially increases the probability of its successful, impactful realization when the time is truly ripe. Furthermore, cultivate with utmost care a small, impenetrable circle of trust. Individuals who not only deeply respect the sacredness of your aspirations, but also actively support, encourage, and pray for you and your unfolding destiny. These trusted allies act as unwavering pillars, providing strength, perspective, and encouragement during moments of doubt or daunting challenges. They are the guardians who help maintain the integrity of your vision, keeping it safe, confidential, and pure until it possesses the inherent strength to stand autonomously. On this sacred path, also diligently cultivate a rich, dynamic relationship with the divine through consistent dialogue, heartfelt prayer, and profound meditation. It is within these serene moments of communion that you will often receive the crystal clear clarity, unwavering affirmation, and divine courage needed to stride forward with unshakable confidence. Intimate family matters, the inner sanctum that must remain inviolate. The second absolutely critical domain that the chosen ones must shield with unwavering resolve is intimate family matters. Whether these involve marital disagreements, sensitive health concerns, pressing financial pressures, complex relational conflicts with children, or other delicate private affairs, never carelessly expose your innermost circle to the harsh glare of public opinion. There are, unfortunately, those individuals who seem constitutionally incapable of keeping their family matters private. This is an exceedingly damaging behavior, a form of self-sabotage that can decimate family harmony and trust in an instant. Not every nuanced interaction, every fleeting disagreement between you and your spouse is meant for public consumption. Even when serious conflicts arise, it is almost always wiser, healthier, and more constructive to first attempt resolution within the sanctity of your home. Your family life should never devolve into a public spectacle, a source of gossip and entertainment for others, simply because you lack the discipline of discretion. Consider this. Most of the people to whom you might vent your family problems are grappling with their own, often unspoken, challenges. They aren't broadcasting their private struggles, so why would you burden them and potentially compromise your own family by oversharing yours? It is, frankly, a recipe for further complications. Yes, the adage, "a problem shared is a problem halved," holds some truth, but it is not universally applicable. Its efficacy depends heavily on whom you share with. Confiding in the wrong person, someone who lacks wisdom, discretion, or genuine goodwill, means that a shared problem can quickly become a multiplied problem, amplified by gossip, misjudgment, or even malicious intent. Proverbs 17 wisely teaches, "Whoever would foster love covers over an offense," and 1 Peter 4:8 passionately exhorts, "Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins." Vehemently avoid the trap of oversharing personal family issues on social media platforms, which are often breeding grounds for superficial judgment, or engaging in casual, potentially harmful gossip with colleagues, neighbors, or acquaintances. Don't unwittingly provide legal access to emotional vultures, ever circling, looking for an opportunity to criticize, judge, or meddle. Do not render your family vulnerable by thoughtlessly exposing their imperfections to a fault-finding, often unforgiving public. As the designated guardian, the priest or priestess of your family's sacred space, deal with internal matters privately, discreetly, and protect your cherished inner circle from unnecessary damaging scrutiny. Seek counsel only from spiritually mature, wise individuals who profoundly respect confidentiality and offer guidance rooted in love and wisdom. Imagine the potential devastation if Mary had rushed to her cousin Elizabeth, vociferously complaining about her fiancé Joseph's initial, understandable shock and decision to quietly leave her upon discovering her inexplicable pregnancy. This intensely personal family matter required immense wisdom, divine guidance, and absolute privacy to navigate. Do not take the enemy's bait, the subtle provocations designed to lead you into resentment, bitterness, or public denunciation of your loved ones. Avoid slander at all costs, as it poisons not only your own heart, but also the perception others have of your family. Any dysfunction within the family unit is, in fact, an opportunity to extend greater grace, deeper understanding, and more profound forgiveness. God desires to heal and restore relationships, but this sacred work unfolds best within a context of love, trust, and secrecy, not amidst exposed drama and public theatrics. Learn the profound art of holding back, of choosing compassionate silence over impulsive, stone-throwing oversharing that can inflict wounds that may never fully heal, and words that can never be fully retracted. Handling family matters with such meticulous care, profound respect, and strategic discretion not only preserves your family's unity, dignity, and emotional well-being, but also aligns perfectly with timeless spiritual wisdom. It cultivates an environment where genuine healing, reconciliation, and growth can truly take root and flourish. This conscious approach ensures that your family remains a sanctuary of trust, a haven shielded from the prying eyes, harsh judgments, and unsolicited opinions of the outside world. Maintaining a low profile regarding family challenges also serves to protect the reputation and emotional equilibrium of each member, especially children, safeguarding them from the potentially devastating effects of public scrutiny or malicious gossip. This allows personal issues to be resolved internally without the added burden of external pressures. In the grander scheme, your role in managing these sensitive issues with discretion and wisdom not only serves your immediate family, but also sets a powerful, positive example for others. It teaches the profound value of privacy, the critical importance of addressing conflicts internally with love and respect, and the transformative power of unconditional love and forgiveness. Your first victories and initial breakthroughs, the tender saplings that need time to root before display. The third crucial area of disciplined silence for the chosen ones is learning to keep their initial breakthroughs and first victories largely under wraps. When the divine graces us with favors, promotions, financial increases, or new exciting opportunities, the human temptation to immediately broadcast this good news to the world can be almost overwhelming. Proverbs 21 verse 5 reminds us, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." Your newfound success, your initial discovery, is still fragile, like a tender sapling. You must patiently await God's timing, allowing it to take firm root before revealing it publicly. Impatience, driven by ego or insecurity, can tragically cause you to miss out on the full, glorious blossoming of the promise. When King Saul was anointed, the prophet Samuel instructed him in 1 Samuel 10, "Now when these signs meet you, do what your hand finds to do, for God is with you." Notice, Samuel didn't say, "Go post on Facebook that God is with you." It was a sacred, private confirmation, a commissioning meant to be internalized and acted upon, not immediately flaunted. David, the shepherd boy, defeated the giant Goliath when he was still a relative novice, an untested warrior. Had he begun boasting prematurely of his future kingship or his early exploits, the established powers and lurking enemies could have easily eliminated him long before his reign was divinely established. But David, wise beyond his years, remained largely silent about his ultimate destiny, patiently waiting on the Lord for his next strategic move, allowing God to elevate him in due time. Consider this. Let's say God grants you significant success in a new business venture right from the outset. It's vital to avoid the spotlight, to resist the urge for premature publicity until your growth has stabilized and your foundations are unshakable. Joseph, sold into slavery by his envious brothers, is another potent example. He didn't boast about his divine gifts of dream interpretation or his future leadership until he was mature, tested, and fully prepared to lead a nation. To announce an incipient advance, a victory still in its infancy, is often an open invitation to spiritual attacks, unwarranted envy, and unnecessary competition from those who may feel threatened or wish you ill. It is infinitely wiser to quietly, diligently establish the vine, your venture, your skill, your project, before extravagantly revealing the fruit. Rooting your endeavors in mysterious maturity confuses and disarms potential adversaries. Many young entrepreneurs, brimming with initial enthusiasm, make this common mistake, proudly declaring the early traction of a business that is not yet stable, sustainable, or permanently established. Avoid hasty publicity that seeks to capitalize on quick, unconfirmed wins that are not yet fully consolidated. There will be ample time for more public, grand celebrations later when success is undeniable and deeply rooted. Allow God to mature your growth, to temper your victories, far from the glare of the public spotlight, before you unveil them. Impatience breeds attacks, jealousy, and unforeseen complications. But learning to patiently wait for divine timing protects your harvest and allows it to reach its full potential. This disciplined patience in handling your success not only safeguards your achievements, but also profoundly builds character, resilience, and spiritual depth. As your foundation solidifies quietly, you will be in a far stronger, more stable position to navigate the inevitable pressures, responsibilities, and temptations that accompany greater visibility and influence. This entire process also serves as a crucial test of your humility, your ability to attribute success to divine grace and guidance, rather than solely to personal prowess or cleverness. Remember, silence about your early successes isn't about hiding your light under a bushel. It's about strategically protecting that precious flame from being extinguished by the harsh winds of premature exposure or the dampening effect of negativity. Let your growth and achievements be tempered by time, validated by consistent performance, and anchored in genuine substance. This strategic approach not only safeguards your progress, but also ensures that when you do choose to share your victories, they are robust, well-established, deeply impactful, and an inspiration to others, rather than a source of contention or a fleeting headline. 4. Your detailed financial situation, the personal treasury best kept under lock and key. A particularly reckless and often detrimental behavior some individuals adopt is the ostentatious bragging about their earnings, assets, and overall financial standing. In today's hyper-connected, image-conscious age of social media, many fall prey to the insidious allure of pride and the compulsion for ostentation, believing that public displays of wealth equate to success or worth. However, such flamboyant displays frequently, almost inevitably, lead to downfall, attracting unwanted attention and negative energies. Proverbs 13:11 issues a stern warning. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Truly wise individuals understand that sustainable wealth is built through diligent, patient, and often private accumulation, not through loud, look-at-me faux ostentation. Diligently avoid the seductive trap of seeking external validation through the conspicuous display of luxury purchases, exotic vacations, lavish houses, and other transient status symbols that ultimately distract from true inner worth and can erode trust in divine provision. Do not allow your self-worth to be measured by ephemeral riches or the fleeting approval of others. Instead, consciously shift your focus towards cultivating spiritual growth, practicing discreet, responsible stewardship of your resources, and fostering a mindset that promotes lasting, holistic prosperity. Rather than succumbing to envy of those who flaunt their material possessions, embrace the quiet dignity, profound peace, and genuine freedom of a modest, well-managed life. Often, genuine need is the mother of financial ingenuity and progress, while reckless, impulsive spending undermines stability and long-term security. Prioritize pleasing God and living in alignment with your values over attempting to impress a fickle, often judgmental audience. Keep specific financial details, such as income statements, investment portfolios, savings balances, inheritances, and significant windfalls, strictly private, and perhaps especially from most relatives, unless there's a compelling, trust-based reason to share. By boasting about money or displaying excessive wealth, you inadvertently attract a host of potential problems. Unwanted lawsuits, corrosive envy, manipulative schemes, insatiable greed from others, and even the risk of theft or financial exploitation. A peaceful, unwavering trust in God's abundant provision, coupled with sincere gratitude for what you do have, regardless of its perceived magnitude, is infinitely more valuable and soul-satisfying than extravagant displays designed to prove your net worth to the world. Seek first His kingdom and righteousness, and true, sustainable prosperity in all its forms will naturally follow in its own perfect time. Just as crucial as maintaining discretion about your financial status, it is also highly advisable to exercise a degree of secrecy regarding your career advancements and professional trajectory. When God opens doors for significant promotions, lucrative new job offers, or game-changing business opportunities, resist the urge to share every single detail about your professional advances, workplace dynamics, and internal company politics on social media or in casual conversation. Sharing too much, too soon can inadvertently make you a target for professional jealousy, sabotage from insecure colleagues, unrealistic expectations from others, and even subtle spiritual attacks aimed at thwarting your divinely aligned progress. Instead of constantly posting about your every achievement, continue to distinguish yourself through quiet humility, consistent excellence in your work ethic, and letting your results speak for themselves. As Proverbs 27 verse 2 wisely states, "Let another praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips." It's perfectly acceptable, even beneficial, to discuss overall progress, seek advice, or share general encouragement with trusted mentors, close family members, or a spiritual advisor. However, fiercely resist the temptation to publicly flaunt every milestone, every new title, every salary increase. For in such displays, envy and pride often lurk, ready to undermine your blessings. Divine promotion often occurs most effortlessly and sustainably when we allow God to elevate us naturally at the appointed time, while we remain focused on diligently obeying His voice and fulfilling our responsibilities with integrity. Furthermore, maintaining a low profile regarding your financial and professional advancements doesn't imply a lack of pride in your achievements or a desire to be ungratefully secretive. On the contrary, it signifies a deeper understanding, a profound respect for the sanctity of your personal journey, and a mature recognition that true success doesn't require constant external validation. It fosters an environment where your actions resonate far more powerfully than your words, allowing your success to be recognized organically through its tangible impact and sustainable contributions, rather than through fleeting, ephemeral acclaim or self-promotion. Your most sacred spiritual encounters, the divine jewels meant for your heart alone, mostly, And finally, we arrive at a truth of profound spiritual significance. It is absolutely vital that the chosen ones protect and cherish certain sacred spiritual encounters and intimate experiences, such as profound dreams carrying divine messages, vivid visions offering guidance, angelic visitations, specific personal prophecies, and other deep mystical divine mysteries revealed directly to you. Although God may, at times, explicitly instruct you to bear witness to a particular experience to uplift, encourage, or enlighten others, many of these intensely intimate moments with Him are meant for your soul alone. Sacred treasures to be pondered, integrated, and cherished in the deepest chambers of your heart. Do not hastily, carelessly, or thoughtlessly transform these holy, sacred spiritual events into fodder for casual small talk or social media posts. The profound visitation announcing Mary's Immaculate Conception was held in sacred secrecy, pondered in her heart, until the divinely appointed moment for its disclosure. John, the Revelator, was specifically instructed not to record the meanings of the 7 thunders he heard in Revelation 10. Some divine knowledge is not for mass consumption. The Apostle Paul spoke of hearing unspeakable things in 2 Corinthians 12. Revelations so profound and sacred that he recognized they should not, and perhaps could not, be divulged to the general populace. Some revelations are like spiritual babies, still developing within the womb of your consciousness. If exposed prematurely, shared in the wrong environments, or offered to those unprepared or unreceptive to understand their sanctity, they may not survive. Their power can be diluted, misinterpreted, or even mocked, causing spiritual harm to both the sharer and the listener. Learn the sacred art of incubating what God transmits to you, nurturing it within your spirit, until He Himself clearly directs you to share it openly and with whom. Avoid the pitfall of trivializing profound spiritual experiences by reducing them to mere conversational tidbits to satisfy idle curiosity. Or, even worse, debasing sacred encounters by turning them into dramatic sermon illustrations designed for personal acclaim, or to build a reputation as spiritual. Honor the Lord. Honor the sacredness of the encounter by preserving these intimate, transformative moments as private, precious treasures between you and Him. May the Lord, the divine source of all wisdom, grant each of us the profound discernment to know precisely when to speak boldly and share our light, and when to maintain a wise, sacred inner silence before Him alone. There is immeasurable safety, unparalleled power, and an exquisite beauty in mastering this sacred art of keeping the inner peace, of guarding the holy ground of our deepest experiences. So there you have it, my cherished friends. If you feel that call, that deep resonance of being chosen, of fulfilling a unique and significant mission during your precious sojourn on this earth, then these 5 pivotal areas we've explored today are realms where you must exercise profound discretion, never revealing or publicly discussing them lightly. Cultivate a low profile with wisdom and strategic intent. If you are still with me, watching and listening intently to these final words, then you are undoubtedly part of our loyal, dedicated circle of wisdom seekers. Your unwavering support, your engagement, is the very lifeblood that enables me to continue creating these videos, to continue transmitting enlightening knowledge that I pray empowers and transforms. Please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a powerful like to help it reach more seekers. And most importantly, share your reflections in the comments section if this message resonated deeply within you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being an integral part of this growing community. I wish you a life overflowing with abundance, peace, and joy. May you receive a cascade of unexpected and abundant blessings today and always. Of these 5 profound secrets we've unveiled today, which one do you personally find the most challenging to keep guarded in your own life? Or perhaps, do you sense a 6th secret, another vital area of discretion that you believe is equally critical for the chosen ones to protect? Please share your invaluable insights and experiences in the comments below. Let's continue this enlightening conversation and grow in wisdom together.